Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. So I have a story. My nail is getting caught in my hair. I have a story to share with you guys, okay? But first, I'm going to get the scripture, okay? So the scripture comes from 2 and 10. Ecclesiastes, sorry y'all, 2 and 10. I denied myself nothing my eyes desired. I refused my heart no pleasure. My heart took delight in all my labor. And this was the reward for all my toil. Yet when I surveyed all that my hands had done and what I had toiled to achieve, everything was meaningless, a chasing after the wind. Nothing was gained under the sun. So here's the message, y'all. The message that God is giving me is that there was something that was taken from you in an attempt to keep you from having something, and it doesn't even mean that the person knew what they had taken, but they took it with an intent to feel like they successfully kept you from having something. And it was meaningless because whatever it is they took, God is going to give it back to you. Now, my story as to where this comes from. I know you guys recall me saying that I have had so many problems with my packages, y'all. And there was a certain package that was stolen and it was never recovered. Now, in this package, I was a little upset about it because it was the last one available when I purchased it, and I never got it. I never got it. I don't know why what the obsession is with my stuff, baby. But anywho, I never got my little package, and I felt so frustrated, and it was this a little fireplace, okay? And it was a small little, I would say the size of this pot. And I assume, because I didn't get it, obviously. So I don't know how big it is, but it was circular and it was supposed to be a small tabletop marble fireplace, okay? This one, I'm going to be real and say that it would have been a little stress on me, because I would have had to keep a lot of alcohol, rubbing alcohol to pour in it to keep the flame going. There were people that complained that it didn't last long, but it would have been convenient because I would have been able to take it outside if I wanted to sit outside, or I would have been able to have it in here with me. However, I also realized after it was stolen that it could have possibly been, a tad bit dangerous because it was an actual flame. And, I intended to buy a little table to sit it on. But, what if I run into it, I knock it over, or my son knocks into it, and I don't want it to cause, something drastic. That would have been a awful thing, okay? With that being said, once again, I did not receive this thing. So I was like, okay, what I'm going to do? Because, what I'm going to do? Because I get cold. When it's cold, it is not good for me, y'all. For y'all that don't know, okay, I was in a car accident years ago. I have metal in my left knee and my right foot. And months ago, I actually fractured my left foot, okay? And as I have already realized over the past few winters, when it is cold, that metal is unbearable. When it is cold and you have had a fracture, it is excruciating. So while it is hot, I live in a very hot, I stay in Houston, it's hot, typically very humid, but when it does get cold, we don't have winter for long, but when it is winter, baby, it can be very, 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 very cold. And my intention was just to have something with me to add a little extra warmth. So I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do? They done stole my little fireplace. I did not feel like going back and forth with the post office over and over and over again about my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So what I did is I replaced it. You know what I'm saying? And I can say the one that God blessed me with is better than the one that I originally purchased. It's not just because it's bigger. It is bigger. And, you know, I would say I always wanted a fireplace, but I have had fireplaces in several townhouses and houses that I've lived in that I was renting. But baby, I love my little fireplace, y'all. And it's marble. It is not, it's electric, so it's not going to cause any kind of fires or anything, but it will give me that warmth that I need. You know what I'm saying? Because it is starting to get cold down here. While it was cold last week, and I couldn't stand it. And then it got warm. It's warmer this week than it was last week. But I see it's supposed to get cold again. And then, you know, like I already know, you know how Houston do. October is kind of wishy-washy, but November, December, January, baby, it's gonna be cold. And it is really like, you know, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. You know, I kind of, when they first came out with these, I was against it. And I would prefer, you know, I prefer to have a real one. But baby, in reality, a real fireplace is a lot of work because you got to make sure that you have a chimney to get the smoke out. And you got to do that right. And no. Okay, so we got us a little simple little thing, you know, and it's marble and it's cute. And long story short, God says there was someone that intended to steal something from you. Regardless if it is a physical thing, like what was taken from me, it was a physical thing. Or if it was something like your joy, your peace, your happiness. Someone wanted to take something from you. It could even be that they was trying to take away your money. They may have been trying to take away resources. For someone, they were trying to destroy your business. They were trying to destroy your growth. They have come to find out that they wasted their time. They have come to find out what they did was meaningless. They are coming to find out that their efforts have fallen short. They have come to find out that not only do you have what they thought they took, but you have a better version of it. So if they were trying to take your joy, you are happier than you were before they even messed with you. They were trying to take your peace. You have found peace in a way that exceeds the peace you had before. If they were trying to destroy your business has exceeded where it was before they were trying to destroy it. God says they thought they were going to take this from you and run with it, and that you will be sitting around crying and depressed and sad because they stole it from you. They thought they would be able to take this and you would be sitting around and you would be feeling lost and you wouldn't have whatever to replace it. Like I just feel like this is, if it is a material thing, someone thought that you would not be able to replace this. They thought that you would not be able to replace it, regardless if it's like that situation. Where was the last one of that kind? But you know, it's not the only fireplace, but it was the last of its kind, and that for that price. But I just feel like this is someone, they thought that you wouldn't be able to have what they took from you. They thought you would not be able to replace this blessing. They thought you would not be able to replace it. But what they did not realize, in the midst of them taking it, you realize some kinks, some problems that you had with that. If someone did temporarily take your peace, they taught you to not allow anyone to do that again. They taught you to avoid whatever it is that caused them, like regardless if it was they were trying to dump all their problems on you, and you learned your lesson. You said, oh no, I won't be letting nobody do that to me again. I don't want to hear nobody problems. I don't want to sit around stressed out about what such and such guy. Like, I just feel like it could be a situation where somebody, they come to you, they tell you all their problems, and you try to give them advice, and then they take off. They ignore all the advice that you have given them, doing whatever they want to do, and everything bad happened, and they come back and they telling you all that, and God said they thought they would be able to steal your joy, your peace, but you are content. You learned from what they have did. You have learned from what they caused you. You have learned from your past. Your past mistakes, you learned from them. If it's a situation where they tried to take something that was materialistic, they thought they would be able to take it. I remember when this happened, God gave me a message saying that some people, they think that if they steal something from you, that you won't be able to replace it. They are thinking they have your old profile, and they think that you are still in a place where you won't be able to afford to get something new. They think you are still in a place where you will be just sitting around crying and there's nothing that you can do about it. But you are not in that position anymore. You are not there anymore. They got the old you. You are not the old you. You are a new version of yourself. And in this new version of yourself, you don't got to worry about that. You don't have to stress about somebody that is trying, that's putting forth effort and attempting to try to tear you down. They are attempting to try to cause you heartache. They are attempting to try to cause you pain. They want to steal your peace. They want to steal your joy. They want to make you frustrated. They want to steal your possessions, and they think that that's the end all be all. Now you not gonna have it. Ha ha ha. But God said he will bless you with something bigger and better than what they thought you was going to have, than what you had in the past, than whatever they were trying to steal away from you, or they did steal away from you. And they will come to realize, yet when I surveyed all that my hands had done and what I had toiled to achieve, everything was meaningless, a chasing after the wind. Nothing was gained under the sun. God is saying they have wasted their time, their efforts, and their energy trying to steal from you, because God says he will restore you 10 times greater. Just like this thing here is 10 times greater than the one that was stolen from me. And that's the message. That's the message, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I must say, it's also aesthetically pleasing, okay, to the eye. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.